All right, you know what it is, back again, E-King Fight News. I gotta give it to you live and uncut. And we're talking about Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux, December 9th. Rigondeaux never afraid to jump up 2 weight classes and take out another two-time gold medalist, Vasyl Lomachenko. This is gonna be like all-time historic moment right now. And Rigondeaux is going to try and defeat a much bigger man with clearly comparable skill level as they both have some of the most decorated amateur pedigrees that you would ever see. You know, Lomachenko, he went through a gauntlet in the Olympics, and I believe he ended up being a Cuban to win gold, if I'm not mistaken. And Guillermo Rigondeaux, just masterclass. And let's get straight to it. The prediction. E-King Fight News. Who do I have winning this fight? I got Guillermo Rigondeaux stealing a 12-round decision. I got him winning, man. I got Guillermo Rigondeaux. And you know what? I think maybe if it goes to the cards, it can go either way. But I just can't see Rigondeaux. I can't see Rigondeaux getting outboxed over 12 rounds by Lomachenko. And not to say that Lomachenko, Lomachenko's not gonna land anything, or it's going to be a super dominant masterclass performance by Rigondeaux. No, not at all. Not at all. Lomachenko will pose enough of a challenge to push Rigondeaux to another level. And he might have to be in a situation where he has to hurt Lomachenko. But if he does, if he's able to land a wicked left hand, like right on the money, I think Rigondeaux can change the fight. And, let's not forget, you want to bring up a little guy versus a big guy. I think a classic example is Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns. And Tommy Hearns, much bigger man. And Ray Leonard in that fight was able to impose his will. And not I'm not saying that Rigondeaux's going to fight like that. Not at all. But I'm just bringing up because so many people want to say Lomachenko's so big, man. The big man beats a good little man. And that's what's going to happen. Easy. Fights, they're not that easy to predict. It's not just good man beats good little man. It's not that easy, man. It's not. And I could talk about Bernard Hopkins beating Antonio Tarver. I could talk about Roy Jones moving up to heavyweight to beat John Ruiz. I could talk about that. But what might be more applicable, and if I remember correctly, Shane Mosley. I believe he came up from 135 pounds, jumped up 2 weight divisions to fight Oscar De La Hoya at 147 pounds. First fight, completely outworked him and got the 12-round decision victory. I think that's probably the most applicable place. Oscar De La Hoya was considered a top pound-for-pound fighter, but honestly, has Lomachenko truly earned a top 3 or top 2 spot pound-for-pound? No, absolutely not. He's been overhyped from day one. His best victory on his record, and I'm looking at his record now, his best victory is his third fight against Gary Russell Jr. I mean, he's 10 fights in. 10 fights in. He's 9-1. And his best victory is his third fight. And yeah, okay, he beat Gary Russell in his third fight. Awesome. He redeemed himself in a way after losing to Orlando Salido by split decision. However, after the Gary Russell fight, it's almost like Bob Arum sort of said, hey, let's do things my way, and that he's been slowly matched up against guys who he's supposed to beat. He got built into a fight with Nicholas Walters. Nicholas Walters was highly inactive during that fight, and if you look at the fight, he's not the same guy that we've seen beat Nonito Donaire and Vic Darchinyan. He just wasn't that guy. So Nick Walters, he didn't show up. He didn't show up, and he ended up retiring. Jason Sosa, I never even saw that fight, man. Dude's a fucking bum. Murriaga, oh, that's the guy that lost to Nicholas Walters. So of course he's gonna fucking retire too. And now you're fighting Guillermo Rigo. This is probably your biggest step up. This is your biggest step up since your third fight. Or your second and third fight, because you did lose to Orlando Salido. But my point is, there's a blueprint on how to beat Lomachenko. We saw it against Orlando Salido. We saw it. Orlando Salido wasn't cute, wasn't fucking around with Lomachenko, wasn't trying to box in the middle of the fucking ring. No, he went right after him. Jumped right into the clinches, into the trenches with Lomachenko. Controlled the distance of the fight. It's all about controlling the distance. That's how you beat Lomachenko. If you look at what Nicholas Walters was doing in there, he was allowing Lomachenko to jump in with straight left hands, and I would just pop him with beautiful jabs. And you know what? Shout out to Rigondeaux right now, because apparently he's got an open training session going down this Friday. That's gonna be dope. But I was saying Rigondeaux, I believe, will be able to control the distance. He's done that in damn near every fight he's had, and he's beaten elite level competition like Nonito Donaire, Robert Marroquin, fucking, that guy fucking Moses Flores took a fucking dive against him, as he couldn't take a fucking punch. Like, it's ridiculous. Rigondeaux, it's almost like he got the message that, he wasn't getting enough knockouts, and they started turning it on and knocking people the fuck out. Rigondeaux is breaking jaws and taking names, and credit to Lomachenko for taking the fight. Do I think it's going to be a close competitive fight? Absolutely. Do I think Rigondeaux is going to edge him out? Absolutely. I got Rigondeaux by decision. Either by decision or he could hurt him. I'm hearing a lot of buzz around my comment section saying, Rigondeaux could hurt Lomachenko to the body. That would be very interesting. Lomachenko doesn't get hit to the body too much. We saw what happened to his buddy Kovalev when he got some of that body work. It didn't work out for him. But Lomachenko, if he can box from the outside, I think he could coast in a way where people would sort of might give him a moral victory in the public eye if he were to lose. But you know what? It depends. As long as neither fighter gets completely outclassed, they can walk away saying, whatever. I went in there with, the best in the world, and, either I won or I lost. Both of them should get credit for challenging themselves to be the best fighter possible. And right now, Lomachenko has every advantage, and he might have every reason to win, except for the fact that he's facing Guillermo Rigondeaux. And, Guillermo Rigondeaux has never been beaten. There's no blueprint on how to beat Rigondeaux. But Lomachenko is once defeated, and I believe he does not have the professional experience to step up to a guy like Rigondeaux when the going gets tough. When it reaches the 9th, 10th, 11th round, what are you going to do against Guillermo Rigondeaux? Are you ahead in the fight? Even if you're ahead by a point, what are you going to do at that point? Are you still able to to keep the tempo up and take away Rigo's left hand. Because no one's taken away that punch either from him. No one's taken away that rocket left hand that Rigo has. So, man, I cannot bet against Rigondeaux right now. I can't do it. I got Guillermo Rigondeaux winning this fight. And this has been E-King Fight News. This is my prediction. Rigo by decision, or even by, I don't want to pick him by KO because I'm not sure that he would be able to knock out a much bigger guy like that. It would be insane if Rigondeaux pulled off an Andre Ward-like stoppage. But for now, I got Rigondeaux. I think he wins 12 rounds. I think he'll win 7. I think he'll clearly win 7 rounds, and they'll probably fucking rob him too. But if he can win 7 or 8 rounds, you gotta give it to him. So E-King Fight News, I got Rigondeaux in this fight.